3, 2, 1. Activate.
Roadblock and Nemesis not only need to avoid each other, but our own house robots in their patrol areas go in there, and you're in trouble. The boys from Dublin will use the spikes and the hydraulic prong, and Roadblock will use that saw, activated by Hender Blewett. And Roadblock could choke on a furball. Nemesis being ripped to shreds at this moment in time. They need to get away from that saw. Oh, that could be a mistake by Roadblock. It's gone in with Matilda and the spikes, and it's impaled on the spikes. Matilda's saw. And that vicious tail. This could be a tale of two saws. Roadblock away. Now attacks Nemesis again. Gets underneath. The Nemesis boys all want to go into space, and they're in the air. They're in the air. And they're on fire. Get the fire brigade. Aye, aye, you're in trouble.
Nemesis is on fire.
It could all be over for Nemesis shortly now.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
The aim of the game, to immobilize your opponent. If you can't do that, the judge is looking to score on damage, aggression, control, and style. And Shogun running away at the moment. There's Yoda from Star Wars. I knew he was in that team. Kilotron looking the more aggressive with the pickaxe. Shogun trying to evade, but it's got to get out of that space. This is not good driving at the moment. They don't seem to be able to avoid Kilotron, who seems to be having something of a fit. Oh! Shogun is stuck on the grill! And Kilotron comes in for the kill! Bash! And again! Oh! And the sergeant's lost its saw!
Cease. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
Kilotron against the battle-scarred Roadblock. The pickaxe against the circular saw! And the pickaxe gets in first. The old polka dots of Nemesis on Roadblock, a distant memory. But that scoop's so important again, getting in underneath Kilotron. And the Trojan team befuddled at the news. And in comes the sergeant with the torch. The Roadblock boys controlling this final at the moment. And Kilotron's on the run. It's piggyback time. They're in and underneath Kilotron. It's only a question of time. They know it. Kilotron will be in for the big, big flip. They're gonna flip him. No, it's all over. Roadblock the winners.
Roboteers, stand by.
Scrapper with 6 menacing saw blades
3,
against
2,
the tongue of Recyclops.
1. Activate.
You stick your tongue out at me and I'll wink at you. Ooh, very nice indeed as the two robots come together. Manoeuvring for position at the moment. Don't go broadside. Oh, no, you shouldn't have done that. Broadside, and the tongue came out.
Roboteers, stand by.
Rob Knight and the Cambridge boys confident with Mortis.
3,
Robin Williams and Chris
2,
Malon with Leebot.
1. Activate.
Leebot with the angle grinder at the rear, and the Lance with the screw drill and ramming blades to cut and slice. And Mortis with that piercing Japanese blade. Oh, that's not too much of a weapon, is it really? Oh, and that is, look at that Japanese blade, thrusting down. Leebot, pepper pot, you could pour pepper out of that Leebot machine now. Look at the holes. But what's Mortis doing? Maybe dropping off for another chance, but going very dangerously near a patrol area in the corner. And the house robot could come in and does. Matilda in there, and there are spikes to come up from the floor. But Mortis is out to attack Leebot again, and underneath Leebot. Could he flip him over? If he does, it's all over! And it is all over!
3, 2, 1. Activate.
but tongue and fluttering eyelashes and all. He prepares to do battle with Mortis. Went for a charge there. You see Mortis got broadside on. The tongue can go underneath Mortis and flip him. Mortis dodges away, and the judges will be impressed by that style. Damage, aggression, control and style will come into count if the robots fail to immobilize each other. They don't want to go into that patrol area. Matilda awaits. She can't come out of that patrol area very far. She'll have to go back in any second now, but she's chasing down on Recyclops. There you see her going back into the patrol area, and Mortis is impaled on a spike. And that's poor driving, that is poor steering, and that'll count against the boys from Cambridge. Chris Sorsby driving, and it's taking damage there from Matilda. Points against Mortis. In comes Recyclops with a good attack. I think the axe blade is bent there as well. More damage then, and more points against them. But Mortis free now to see if it can retaliate. Gets in underneath Recyclops. Good defensive work by Recyclops, holding on there. Rex Garrow managing to spin away. Good work by him. Again, Recyclops aggressively goes at Mortis. Out comes the tongue. Good aggression once again. Mortis retaliates underneath and is now driving into another patrol area. That'll count against him again. Poor steering. And it's stuck on the side bars and needs to get out, and he's negative here. Recyclops is trying to get away, but not Mortis. And Mortis is taking more damage.
Cease.
And what a battling finish.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
It's the box against the wedge. No weapons on board either. Both charged by two large Sinclair C5 motors. If Cruella can get in underneath Robot the Bruce, there could be a shock here. Robot the Bruce will be using that vast, near 85 kilogram power to shove it into one of the patrol zones, or against the spikes, or against the grills. Oh, that's suicide, surely! What on earth is Philip Martin doing? He's on the grill, he won't get out from there now.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
Dreadnought, the big slug against Wedgehog, the piece of cheese, and the Dreadnought boys look worried. They know they have to get this over and done with very early because the motor may not last. Can they get their forklift prongs working? Will the Wedgehog pickaxe, so-called, come into play? Oh, the saw's gone again! Poor old Sergeant Bash has lost his saw blade! That's like a halo! Dragged onto the forklift prongs, then shut. Oh, going towards the grill. Being pushed forward and forward. Oh, for goodness sake, get off there. They need. Don't take on the little one, Matilda. We'll just see her in the disco. She does that down there too. They're still in there. There's smoke. There's smoke from Dreadnought. It's gone again, the engine. And surely this is Wedgehog's semi-final now. He's smoking.
That's it, it's over.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
Robot the Bruce with George Francis and Mick Cutter against Wedgehog with Chris Glaser and Hugo Elias. Sheer brute force against the toothpick. It could all be over very, very quickly. He's on the grill. I don't think he's going to get out of there. Are you sure, taking on a grill with that thing? And the house robots are closing in for the kill as well. The sergeant with the circular saw. Shunt is in there too. There's the saw blade. I don't think they're going to get out. Matilda's in, looking for a few scraps, as usual. Shunt takes on Robot the Bruce, but I think it's too little too late. Robot the Bruce is the winner!
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
So basically cunning plan with the defensive wedge to batter Bugs itself. That little aluminium ramming wedge in the front there. You're dancing. I'm asking. You're asking. I'm dancing. Come on, get stuck in. Oh, that's better. Underneath Bugs. Cunning plan. You don't want to get on that grill. Oh, no. You won't get out from there. You will not get out of there, Bugs. I didn't think it had the manoeuvrability that we saw earlier. There could be a problem. That's dead metal. Oh. Those pincers could crush the life out of the Bug. Could actually dead metal knock it back into play? I don't think so.
Cease. Robot ears, stand by. Three, two, one. Activate.
Saturn like a bull rushes at the Demolisher. Oh, you silly moo, you've missed him. The Demolisher's pace will simply carry it away from you like that. Got to get in to crush the Demolisher against one of the house robots, and that's what they're trying to do. And young Sam Rudgar will be told, I would imagine, to keep out of trouble. Get away from everything. Run away to fight another day. What can the Barber boys do with Saturn? Demolisher's flipped on its side. And again rights itself away from Matilda. Oh, they're the meat of the sandwich. And Matilda's saw comes down. Saturn is being chewed slowly. Oh, look at that. It's been saved by its opponent, the Demolisher. Unbelievable stuff. Down comes the saw, and it's the titanium shell of the Demolisher that saves it. And surely I think the Demolisher has done enough here. Saturn, disarm. And out.
Robot ears, stand by. Three, two, one. Activate.
Demolisher at the top of your picture is the quicker, but Cunning Plan is the heavier of these two featherweights. The Demolisher will be trying to keep out of trouble with young Sam at the wheels. Oh, but the wheels have come off.
Robot ears, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
Well, even though it lacks weaponry, Body Hammer will still be the quicker. Talk of the Devil, driven by Adam Pengilly, slow off the mark and difficult to manoeuvre. And if there is no damage done, the judges will look for control and style. For that, of course, damage and aggression, very, very valuable. And the plaster protection already punctured. And there's the power of those 4 motors within that copper-coloured Body Hammer coating. And Talk of the Devil is now open to the mercy or the devilry of Dead Metal with those awful pincers. And I think they realise they're in major trouble. Body Hammer seems to be doing a victory jig. Look at that, they pulled it out of trouble and put it back in the arena. You're not supposed to do that, house robots. Talk of the Devil, one last stab at it. In goes Body Hammer again, crushing blow. Talk of the Devil looks like a pig, now a stuck pig. Immobile, and Body Hammer doing the damage and closing in for the kill.
Cease. Robot ears, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
Now, right at the start of the programme, Paul Baxter, driver of Full Metal Anorak there at the top of your picture, said watch out for his blade at the front of his stealth bomber. Reality team, concentrated. I wonder how long that UFO framework will hold out, though. Just checking each other out at the moment, and in comes the sergeant. And that bodywork did resist the circular saw. Looks okay to me. And then, there are the spikes. I'd say at this moment in time,
Reality just pleasing the judges more than Full Metal Anorak. Their decision is final, not mine. If it goes the distance, certainly that blade not operational at the moment for Paul Baxter with Full Metal Anorak. He can't manoeuvre himself into position to have a go at Reality, who would be on top for me because of their control, style and aggression. No real damage caused. Oh, just missed out on the grid there. Now, is Paul Baxter using excessive evasion, trying to dodge Reality, coming in with the spikes? Is he running away too much, in other words, because the judges don't like it? Is he a little yellow-bellied Full Metal Anorak? In he goes, though. Oh, but he's gone the wrong way. He's on the grid, and that'll be it. Reality will be through, because he won't get off there.
Cease. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
So, which will become our 5th robot through to the grand final by winning here now? The boys from Bodyhammer or the Reality team? Bodyhammer, again, quick off the mark. Speedy on the turn. Away from the house robots. Reality tries a stab with the prongs. Matilda in on Bodyhammer. Bodyhammer spinning away from Matilda, who looks even more ugly tonight. And thrusting Reality against that spike. Turning nimbly away from Matilda, who does have Reality. She looks grumpy. I think she's suffering from PMT. Pre-mechanical tension, of course. Tries to get back off the Bodyhammer, and Bodyhammer's on the grill. Come on, the Reality boys, get in there, that's what they're saying. Matilda's already there. Bodyhammer on the grill. Oh, the torch, though, for the Reality team. In it comes with the prongs. No, you don't take on shunt, you take on Bodyhammer. Bodyhammer's off that grill, giving a little bit of a shunt of assistance. In a bit of a tiz, get away from the spikes. Now turning again, where's Reality? Too dangerously near the side ropes. If it goes over those ropes, it'll be out. Bodyhammer will have won it, so get out of there, boys. Bodyhammer turns away then from the sergeant in the background. Shunt there on the grill has immobilised itself. Up on the side, it's all over for the Reality boys. And Bodyhammer will be the winners.
Roboteers, stand by.
Phil Patching and the heavyweight blob team, that weighs 68 kilograms.
3,
Oh, and there, Peter Kuiper,
2,
the engineer, joining the Scarab
1.
team in the driver's box for the first time. Head-to-head, heavy metal thunder, like Dodgem cars out there. And here comes the torch. What on earth is Sergeant Bass doing so far out of his control area? Oh, look at that hammer blow, missed. Thank goodness for the blob team, but the Scarab team in there look determined, and this time it's oh no, whoa, the big heave-ho! Out onto those side bars, so difficult to escape from, especially with the sergeant coming in. Ah! You could be right, you could be stone dead. Oh! Rust in peace, the block.
Roboteers, stand by.
So it's a 7-year-old go-kart with wet paint.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
But it is the crowd favourites. It's David against heavyweight Goliath in the shape of Tracy. With those sharp prongs that could maim and damage and destroy. Don't forget, Tracy could be flipped up and over and still survive. I'm not too sure whether the Team Scimitar Prince of Darkness boys can do just that. Oh, look at that! Already a puncture! In comes the spike, like a dagger to the heart of the Prince of Darkness boys. Prince of Darkness and Tracy dancing together. Sounds like some awful disco scene. In comes another dagger, another puncture. And surely that'll immobilise Prince of Darkness. It's held now, pinned in by those sharp prongs. There's the punctured tyre. Very, very close towards the grid at the top of your picture. They wouldn't get out from there. I don't think they're going to escape anyway. Almost up and almost over. The Tracy boys pinning back the Prince of Darkness team. In comes the Sergeant and Dead Metal and Matilda. They sense the kill. It's almost all over, in like vultures. Oh dear, unfair play surely. 3 wheels on my wagon and I got nowhere to go.
Roboteers, stand by.
There's the mace lent by Kilotron, an earlier competitor in
3,
Robot Wars.
2, 1, activate.
And the two heavyweights come together.
Oh, and there are those dangerous prongs immediately coming into play from Tracy. We've seen what damage they can cause, and puncturing the side of Scarab. In come the house robots. Matilda, bottom of your picture. Dead metal to the right-hand side. And I wonder what damage that's caused. The puncturing, of Scarab. I'll tell you what, he's ripped the flesh off Scarab. Has Tracy, you can see it trailing off one of the deadly prongs. And up against it, that mace is like a little school ground conker against a juggernaut. In comes Tracy once again, spinning, turning, good driving. Oh, is it out of control there again? Surely not mental enough to take on the sergeant. I don't know, though. Look at the damage caused. And certainly, Shunt seems to think twice before coming in. But Matilda takes on the Scarab with that sawtooth tail. And off comes the radio control mast. And that could leave it immobile. I think the mace is out. And meanwhile, Tracy isn't out of control. It's mad enough or vicious enough to take on Matilda's tusks. And that'll be earning points. The judges deciding on damage, aggression, control and style. And surely it'll go to points now. Surely it'll go to the judges. And Tracy now attacks the sergeant.
Roboteers, stand by.
There they are, the drivers of Roadblock with its scooped front, and Body Hammer, the Cold Fusion team, and Rex Garrod on the right, driver of Recyclops with the extending tongue. There's Cunning Plan from the University of Reading.
3, 2,
And Robot the Bruce, and
1.
Tracy from tonight.
Activate.
And this for the title, the first ever UK Robot Wars champion. Aggressive style already, especially from Tracy spiking Recyclops, and that allows Roadblock to come in underneath. There's the extended tongue, but Recyclops can't flip Tracy over at this moment in time. Tracy comes back. There's Body Hammer in the spotlight briefly, and running away, Cunning Plan. Needs to get back into the action and be aggressive, and it is there, because the judges will mark for aggression, and Tracy's up on Cunning Plan, and both of them are out, immobilised. 4 left, Body Hammer, and Recyclops, and Robert the Bruce there to the left-hand side, and the dangerous Roadblock, who's persisting in this attack on Recyclops, the most dangerous attacking robot otherwise in the field. But up on inside Recyclops. Down it comes. The tongue takes a fearful bashing. Roadblock still pressurising. And Body Hammer thrusts into Robot the Bruce. Recyclops on its side. Not yet down. Robot the Bruce trying to get involved. Rex Garrod needs to get his tongue back in every sense of the word. Recyclops up near picture. There's the chain off Recyclops. And then attacking by Roadblock has paid off. Recyclops is out. They're down to 3. Body Hammer. Roadblock behind it. And there's Robot the Bruce up on inside and goes as well. And that leaves 2. The Roadblock team of students from Bodmin against the team of nuclear engineers and Body Hammer. Here's Roadblock closing in on the far more experienced engineering team. Getting in underneath. It's over. It goes to the judges.
Quiet down, everybody. Quiet down. We have a decision. A unanimous one from the judges that the winner, the British Robot Wars champion, Series 1, is Roadblock! You did it, guys! You did it! There it is.
Ah, tremendous stuff. Well done, 17-year-olds Hender Blewett and Chris Kinsey, and their teacher down at Bodmin Community College, Peter Kinsey, and their A-level project triumphing over the nuclear engineers of Body Hammer. Champions of the first series of Robot Wars UK, Roadblock. There are champs, but others are also recognised. The best engineered robot, Mortis from Cambridge University. The Sportsmanship Award goes to the boys from Dublin and Nemesis. They won a lot of friends. The Best Design Award, the futuristic Blunderbird won. And the most original entry, the tasty-looking Psycho Sprout.